Welcome back to another Dies Irae ONA review. Today is episode 2. I'm Justin.
What is up? I'm
And
Logan.
together we're Couch Talk. As always, we are anime viewers only, which I don't recommend. We we haven't done anything but novel, no source material, anything
Damn.
like that. And we're going to discuss the episode and give our swords at the end. You ready?
Let's do it.
I would just like to say, at least there was fighting in this episode, okay? Because I don't understand anything that's going on, but if there's fighting, like I can get down with it. But
Why don't they just redo it just with lots of fighting?
dude, your webcam's trying to kill you. Okay, we're back. Yeah. So in the beginning, we have Theresia just with Eleanor, because why
Apparently
not just
they
have them wait? They just can. I guess they can
Have they
mint.
met prior to this?
I don't think so. No.
Did she just like warp her into that
No,
throne?
I think they were together on the rooftop that one episode at one point. I think Theresia went there. I don't remember.
I feel like I should have done it more justice by re-watching the first seat or
No.
the. I mean, to understand more, it wouldn't have helped me a ton. It would have helped a bit just to know the names, but there's like lots of blank spots.
But yeah, she was like, oh, I forgot. She was like, yeah, you need to do your job for Brenner, which I forgot to look up. Which one was Brenner?
You asking me? You asking me which one's Brenner? Which one's Brenner?
No,
I
we're
don't know
jumping
which
over
one's
that.
Brenner.
We're gonna go to the crazy scene, okay? First of all, I hate when they just do things randomly in different languages, like German, right? Why can't they just, not be lazy and give us the German translation and the English translation, so I at least know what the hell they're saying?
Right.
I don't really care to know what they were saying during the song, to be honest. But like when they're doing like their little chants and stuff in the fights, I'd be fine being able to know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Instead
It's
of
kind of
just
strange. I don't know why you would what to me, like, why even subtitle it in a different language if you know you're like, no one's gonna be like, oh yeah, at most they're gonna be like, okay, that's German, but I don't know what else.
Yeah, unless you're German, speak German, understand, read German,
Right.
then you'll be good. But I can't do any of that. So, but this is where the father's kind of like origin of where he's going with his life begins, is back in the past or whatever, where Reinhardt's just like, all right, it's a crime to run away from war. See these children, pick 10, the rest will live. Well, it looks like there was only 10.
I was gonna say they only look like there was 10.
He's like, 10 are all. It's like, but he was so like, I think just panicked that he didn't realize there was only 10. I want to know, how did he choose that order? He was like, you know what, fuck this little girl first, just shoot her. And then they started.
He was under immense stress.
Apparently, he's like, 10 are all. Oh shit. Points at all 10, is like, wait a minute, that was all of them.
That was pretty messed up,
It was
though.
fucked
Jesus.
up, yeah, dude.
Reinhardt's a dickhead.
I was like, holy shit. They're just killing all these
And
children.
they just showed it, too. They just showed him getting, like, blasted. Oh my god.
They did. They just straight up murdered them. The father went on his little, mental break, which I don't blame him. So basically, He was like, you know what? The only way to really stop this is to become Reinhardt himself.
Alright.
If you're just as powerful as Reinhardt, you can stop Reinhardt.
True. I mean,
Or
what
at
it
least
sounded
have a
like, just
chance.
don't run away from war and that wouldn't happen. But who am I?
Hey, war is scary, man. But yeah, the father does have Ren's friend, because she's just permanently asleep ever since like episode 1. Like knocked
She
out.
is just asleep.
She's like asleep in more episodes than she's not.
That's like a theme. She's just sleeping, and I guess she's plot convenient location at all times. Because wasn't she in a bed last episode?
Yeah, at the beginning of the episode, last episode, she was in a bed at her own bed.
Now she's on a park
she's
bench.
being carried by the father, who never left to go get her at some point, but just has her. even though he just left a meeting with Rin, literally just left Rin after being attacked by the spirit,
Ren
along with
decided to leave this
Leonhardt, because
episode.
apparently Leonhardt followed him too, and now they're both at, you know, the school rooftop, because that's where the swastika
This is where it's like really jumpy, I feel. Like we're talking about how it's not fleshed out. Like it feels like episode 1 and episode 2 have, like, if you, when I watch them in consecutive order, it almost feels like they're not related. Only small parts are like, oh, that's continuing from the previous episode. This episode just felt completely different.
Yeah, so we have Father and Leonhardt fighting for a bit on the rooftop. Mostly because she finds out, I guess, he killed her brother and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, or he was just saying it for convenience. It's one of the other, because I thought someone else killed them before.
Someone killed them.
But doesn't matter. But that spirit thing, that's her brother, I guess. But it's okay because Theresia decides to come now and say, "Hey, please stop." And I guess she stops the fight. And then Eleanor or she didn't stop it. I guess the father tried consuming her.
He tried to just obliterate her.
Which, in the last episode, he told Ren they were trying to save her.
Right. Well,
now he's like, "Oh, if I kill her, the next in line will be Ren's friend that's still asleep over here on the bench with all this madness going on."
She's a heavy sleeper.
She could have knocked. I guess they could have knocked her out, use a spell on her or something. I don't know. Point is, she's just sleeping, and right before he impels Theresia, even though he's trying to save her / kill her, or whatever the hell his plan is, he tells Ren one thing, he tells somebody else some other thing, and then he's doing his own thing.
Right.
Eleanor steps in because she works. I don't know what her goal is. I just know she wants to stop the father because the father wants to stop Reinhardt, and she's one of the battalion leaders who he's struggling with. So I don't know how Ren's ever going to accomplish shit.
I have no idea how Ren is going to get a mega power boost to be able... Everyone on that rooftop could destroy Ren with one hand.
Yeah, like, so I guess Leonhardt's even like somewhat strong.
Even she's pretty strong.
Like, she's handling Eleanor, right? The father, you know, he's fighting Machina, the other battalion leader, and it looks like that battalion leader is pretty strong. I mean, he has like some fists that can hit everything.
He's like some death fist things, like some dimension of death fist. Yeah.
And the father is like the GRAIL who holds the entire army of Valhalla inside him or something weird like that.
Just more stuff to remember and keep a hold of.
I do. It was like Leonhardt's brother like goes to help with against Eleanor, just gets insta melted. It's like, wow, man, you accomplished so much there. You just instantly got melted by Eleanor, who's being a badass.
You know what's also strange? It almost feels like, I don't know, it feels like Ren's not the main character anymore. Just by, like, I don't know, there's something that just feels like he's just been shoved to the side.
Yeah, like, the one scene he's actually in this is like when Machina's like, first of all, there's two errors with your plan. Ren's not gonna make it. And it shows Ren and he's like fighting some eye patch girl person.
Yeah, that's I can't remember that name.
Yeah, I just put eye patch person. But
I mean, you're not wrong.
So they're fighting. He's probably dead off screen because when we come back next episode, there's gonna be a huge gap.
If they have Ren beat that person off screen, I will be extremely triggered.
I'm sure
because isn't that a battalion chief?
Yes, that's the other battalion leader.
I will literally just be like, I'm done.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna have it on screen. Just Ren beating her is gonna be like, okay, I'm done, right? Like Ren's
someone's gonna have to step in. I don't know. But when your main character isn't like super fleshed out enough, your show's gonna have some issues. I don't even know if he's the main character. It looks like Father's the main character now. He said, hold up, bitch. Yeah, it's my show.
I'm super important. Like, I'm the GRAIL. I hold his army. Like, I got part of Isaac or part of Reinhardt something in the other.
I have his
Reinhardt's
body.
like, I just gave it to you. You're borrowing it. It's gonna be mine. As he comes in on his floating city to wreak havoc some more. As the rest of the citizens in this world are just dying everywhere. Who knows what they're like? What the hell's going on? There's a city up there. There's people using magic and shit. I'm just some regular dude walking on the street.
Yeah.
That's my like. The one thing I don't like is this world feels empty. It's like even when they're just walking around the park or walking through the
That
street,
is true.
it's just a very very empty world. Like I don't know if there's like any people besides them in it. Is what it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, I know they were sacrificing people, but they didn't sacrifice literally everyone else.
It's like most of their sacrifices came from their own.
Yeah.
Like even
I
Eleanor's like, "Oh, I'm gonna sacrifice you, Leonhardt, to the last Watsika." It's like, okay,
It's wild. This show is wild for someone with no VN experience. It's just like holy hell. But I mean, that's the episode.
no, that is yeah. At least
We
from
can
our perspective of not knowing shit. Like I'm telling you, like if you are an anime viewer only, you're probably like, it doesn't matter how many times you watch the
really
episode,
you would
how
have
many
to
notes you take, you're not gonna figure it out.
I'm gonna say you'd have to take notes, draw diagrams, have charts.
Just
This show has a
flow
lot of
charts.
stuff.
It's like this
But, I
character
mean,
is connected to this character. Write down all 4 of their names above each character so I can now always remember who's who.
I mean, you want to jump into scores?
Yeah, let's jump into scores.
I'll go. I mean, I'll give it like a 4, 4.5. I will say I enjoy when they're fighting. I do like watching them fight.
No, I agree.
I like how they have unique powers. Like Elnor has like this whole fire thing going on. Machina has this whole like
Fist of Doom.
otherworldly thing like going on. Father's really gold, just like Reinhardt.
The father thing was cool though when he like
Yeah, like
all the
it's cool when they fight.
like the gold
Like,
armor and shit.
that's what I'm saying. Like if they would have simplified the story for anime, like just cut out a bunch of details. This show would either have to be 100 episodes or like 12, like condensed. Because there's so much stuff to keep track. If they would just condense it, I feel like it could have been fine. Also, like it seems weird because I feel like every single character has a different motive. I don't even know who I'm supposed to be rooting for now.
I'm just going with Leonhardt, I guess. Like she's the only character like I semi understand what she's doing. Like she wants to revive her brother and his fiance or whatever, wife or whatever she was. Like at least I understand what her motive is. Everyone else is just
it's like they have
revenge, right? His is revenge. I can get behind that. All those children got murdered in front of him. He wants to take his revenge out on Reinhardt. Ren's just, I don't know. He's just a character. You got Shiro, who's again just a character. I don't even know if Shiro has a goal. He just wants to fight. He's like I'm just down to fight. I got one fight so far this anime, but that's why I loved it. But no, yeah, I agree with like the 4, 4.5. I do like this episode a little more than last episode because it wasn't all exposition. It was, hey, we got some fighting.
Like I actually enjoyed the father backstory. It kind of explained why he's so against Reinhardt. Because before I had no idea. I was like, you're supposed to be working for him, but you're also against him. But now I understand. The fights were cool. I feel like Rin just literally just got demoted from main character to just side character.
I still don't know what's going on with this friend either who's still asleep.
There's no way. I feel like there's nothing they can do to make me believe that Rin has a chance against anyone in a fight. I don't even think he could beat Shiro. And Shiro's below them.
That is true.
I don't even know if Rin could beat Sleepy Girl. She can play. I'm kidding.
I already know what's gonna happen. Fucking this is I'm calling it, right? Carl Kraft, right? Him and Maria are connected. He's gonna give Maria some power. Maria's gonna pass that power on to Ren, and then boom, he's done. He kills everyone, then he becomes the new god.
Right. At least I know that we'll see Reinhardt fight. I will look forward to that. That's gonna be cool. He's gonna pull out some crazy shit.
It's gonna be like a 2-minute fight. He's gonna kill the other guy, and it's gonna be done. But yeah, that does it.
Yeah, we're done ranting. But now it's time for spiel time.
As always, if you're not confused or you are confused, hit the like button, hit the notification button, hit subscribe. So that's not a confusing process. The button's right there. Just press it. I don't even know, man.
Wow.
Woo! And until, I don't even know anymore, dude. I'm like flustered, okay? Stream
All
on
right, we'll see ya.
twitch.tv. Links in the description below along social media. Until next time, peace out.
See ya.